Hey, welcome to Decide New with JW. This is Decide New number 54, Father Figure. So today is June 18th, 2017, which means that it is Father's Day. So I want to do this video kind of for the Father's Day piece and title it Father Figure. I did one a while back ago on Mother's Day, which was called Selfless Dedication, and this one is more towards the father figure portion of it. And the reason for that, which first off, happy Father's Day to all of you fathers and father figures out there. But the reason that it's father figure and not necessarily, central to father is because today in society, along with, my personal story, I grew up without a father. I did not have a father, I have a biological dad. I'm not a miracle, but I didn't grow up with him. He was never a part of my life. When my mother got pregnant, he bounced, and I've never seen him. I've never, seen a picture of him. I don't know the dude's name. So I grew up with father figures. I grew up with my very first father figures, my grandfather, up until, my stepfather came into play after my grandfather passed away at an early age. And then my stepdad, was the father figure up until I left, home at 17. And then kind of after that, when I joined this profession, there were senior leaders, within the organization that kind of, took on the father figure role. And up to this day, I still talk to some of them, and they're still father figures to me. So the reason for this video is really we as fathers, are so lucky to be doing what we're doing. And I say that because I have a very different kind of relationship with each one of my children. Once again, the honesty is most of I've been divorced twice, and I have a child with each one of my ex-wives, and they live in different states within, the United States, and I live in Japan now. So the relationship that I have with every single one of my children is different, and it's, it has its own dynamics altogether. Some might say I'm a better father to one child than I am the other child, and okay, I mean that's an opinion, and it's probably pretty spot on in some aspects, but probably not in all aspects. But whatever. But the father figure that the father and father figure that we play is so vital, because we are the ones that are either hindering, or we are setting our future, our children, up for success. And in my Decide New philosophy, I talk about understanding and ensuring that mindset is everything, and making sure that we have the proper mindset. And I think that I'm lucky enough to have some aspects of the mindset that I do, because I wasn't affected from my past. I didn't allow my past to become my future. Just because I didn't know who my dad wasn't, doesn't mean that I'm going to ensure that my children know who their dad is, type thing. And I'm going to be a part of their life, in some way, whether it's even a little bit, which is still more than what I had, or a lot. But that's what we work through as fathers and father figures. And I know some great fathers out there, and I know some great father figures out there. And I say father figures all the time, or I'll say it all the time in this, because there's some moms out there that are the father figure to their child, and it's just as vital. It's just as vital, because we are the ones that are setting these kids up for success. And I wish that I was set up for more success in my past than I was. That's just the honest reality of it. And I wish that my mindset was so much better, my up to 17 years growing up, prior to, leaving home and kind of being a man and going out on my own and, figuring out the world. So I look at, how important it is that we do what we're supposed to, not only as fathers, but as father figures, to set our future up, to set them up with a proper, mindset, and really teach them the things that need to be taught, compared to maybe some of the things that we were taught growing up. And we can look now, and we always talk about, people always say hindsight, right? Well, now we're in that, and we're able to do the hindsight piece. And when we look at it, well, in hindsight, I would have liked this, and I would have liked that, and I would have liked this. I would have liked to know a little bit more about this. So we now can see, and we can now look at our past and realize how we were affected, whether it was positively or negatively. And now we are the lucky individuals to be put in the position to help shape our children, help shape, if you're a coach, you're able to help shape those kids. if you're a volunteer, you're able to help shape those kids or those young adults, whatever it may be. And even at a later age, adults get shaped all the time. But you're able to do that. So if you are a father or a father figure, just realize and understand how vital that is overall. And know that you're essential. You have to be a part of their lives. And I think about it, and I think about it for me. I don't want to be the hypocrite, but I know that I can do more. And I know that I need to do more. And because I know it and I can see it, I know that sometimes you might need it and you might know it also. There's a lot of different difficulties that we all go through in life, but we have to ensure that we're doing our best to go after it and do the best, not only for ourselves, but for tomorrow. And I mean tomorrow as our children, our future, later on in life, their future. Because if not, we're not helping out society. We're not helping out the future of this world. We're not being a parent in the way that we should be a parent. And I don't know all the tools of the trade when it comes to being, the best father. I just know what I didn't receive from my father, my biological father. And I know what I'm going to ensure that I do as a biological father to every single child that I do have. And as a father figure, what I can give and what I can bring to making sure that, kids that maybe don't have a father, a biological father, same that I did, are brought up in a way that they can, be appreciative in the same way I am for those father figures that were in my life. So on this Father's Day, happy Father's Day to all of you fathers and father figures. And just remember, every single day, there's a child that is looking up to you in some way. You were there. And they're looking at you. They're looking at you for guidance. They're looking at you for, what hard work is, what ethics are, what morals and values. Just ensure that you are doing your part in every single way. Not only for yourself to become successful, but for them to become successful also. So until my next video, happy Father's Day, and thanks for watching Decide New number 54, Father Figure.